A couple of days ago, I visited London. I went with my family. We had a day out there. And at the end of the day, I went to an art store. And I haven't bought any art supplies for a little bit over 2.5 years now. I'm sure it's about 2.5. And I treated myself to something. And I just cannot help but buy myself a kit. I'm a sucker for kits. I bought this Viva kit. It's a travel paint kit. And I paid £36.50 for this because it is expensive in London. And I'm not doing a review on this. And I did buy this with my own money. And it just has that in it. And what I would like to do is sometimes I want to take this out because that's the paint in a wallet thing. And I would like to use this tin and put this in here instead. That means that I can have watercolour and gouache, because what I plan on doing is, because I had a few of these tins, this is the last one, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to put these in there. So this one's going to be for gouache and that one's going to be for watercolour. And I think if I've got any space in between, I'm just going to put some half pans in there as well, and I'll put gouache in those as well. So I thought I'd bring you down to the table and let's get on with it. Choose what colours I'm going to have, but because I can mix on that. It's a really good tin. It's got these from Amazon. I can't remember if I bought a pack of 4, something like that. And I bought these, but I haven't. You know that these go in the little tiny tins. But I thought if I can put them in there, and then, like I said before, I could put these in here as well. How they fit in there. Or can I get it this way? It's like a jigsaw puzzle, isn't it? I get those in there. Yeah. Thought they would take about 6. And then, because that's quite tight, it will, so nothing will fall out. Yeah, nothing's moving. Oh, that looks good. And it closes. Oh, right. So I decided to do the watercolours first, 24 colours, Daniel Smith and Core, and I decided to just put them in colour order that I would like to go into the palette. I had already chosen all these colours, quite a lot of watercolours, but if you've got the space, use it. So I'm going to show you each colour before I pour it into the pans. The only way I could get it in these tiny little wells is with this tool that I'm using, but I use this tool quite a lot just for this type of purpose, and I always use it with my gouache as well. And this is my last tube of buff titanium, so I need to buy myself another one. Just so I don't waste the paint, I'm using the brush to take the paint off the tool, and I'm going to swatch each colour as I go along. This one is Answer Yellow Light, and I think I'm running out of this one as well. If you watch to the end of the video, I have some more additions to this kit as well. This one is New Gamboge, so I could just have a cool yellow and a warm yellow. These wells might be really small, but they're quite deep wells, so I actually could get quite a lot of paint in each of these. It did take me a long time though to get these paints in these tiny whales. Yellow ochre, what can I say? It's always a must-have in my palettes. I made sure that I scraped the paint out of those lids because there was too much paint in it, because if I didn't and I put that lid back on that paint, it's just going to ooze out and then it's just going to get stuck and I won't be able to open it again. But I did that quite a few times, and anyway, waste not, want not, huh? Green gold, what a beautiful colour, one of my favourites. And I think I do have a new tube, I better check though. Pearl Scarlet. I tend to have this quite a lot in my palettes as well, but it's just a beautiful, vibrant red. Permanent Limson Crimson. Did I say that right? A lovely dark sort of reddish pink. Quinacridone Magenta, but I'm just going to say Quin because it is a bit of a mouthful. But these 5mm tubes, this one here, are much easier to put this paint in this little well, so that was quite quick really. As I was swatching this out, I thought, well, that looks very familiar to the other one that I've got here. I thought, oh well, it's in now. And I thought, let's just make it worse and put this one in as well. And this one is Quin Violet. It is a beautiful colour. It mixes very well with other colours. So now I have 3 colours of almost the same, but I will see which one I will keep in the palette once I start using them up and I have to refill them. But can you see what I mean? 3 the same. Gotta have some sap green in there, haven't we? Gosh, this is so time consuming and I'm not even halfway through yet. undersea green. Now this is a really nice looking natural green, and I like to have this in a few of my other palettes as well, especially for foliage and trees. Jadeite Genuine, a nice mid-green for my palette. Perylene green, a lovely dark green, and I have this in my palette quite a lot. Oh, I got it all over my hands. I made a right mess of this one. Phthalo Blue Turquoise, a really lovely mixing colour. I just felt like maybe I could have recorded this at a slightly different angle so you could just see the paint ooze out. French Ultramarine, and another one that is quite common in actually quite a lot of people's palettes. Cerulean Blue Chromium is great for painting skies. Indent Throne Blue, I have no idea if I said that correctly, but you have to let me know if I did or not. It's just such a beautiful dark blue. I mean, look at that, how beautiful. Cobalt Teal Blue. Now I had a problem with this one. The binder was all in the top and I wasn't quite sure whether I was just filling it up with just binder, and I had to keep mixing it and mixing it. But I think I got some painting in the end, so when it all dries and I use it, I'll see if I did get any pigment in there. Perylene Maroon is a nice rich colour. I like this very much. Burnt sienna, and I always have a burnt sienna in my palette. I do have my favourites. Sepia, a lovely natural dark brown, but sometimes it looks a little bit peachy. Neutral tint. So Delight Genuine. I had to have this in this palette. It's fun, it's granulating, and it's such a lovely tint of blue. It's like a Payne's grey but more blue. I think it's so pretty. Now, what was I going to put in this last one? Had a little thought and decided to use Perylene Red. I know it seems to be out of order on the palette, but I don't care. Now on to the gouache, and I used Holbein all the way, and this one is the white. I'll swatch the gouache out once I've filled all the wells in. That's what I decided to do with this. This is a blending medium that I put in, and what it does, it helps to stop the gouache from cracking when it's dried and then falling out. And every time I use this on the Holbein gouache, it works really well for me. Primary black. In these half pans, the blending medium, I normally put 2 drops, and that seems to not be too much or not too little. It works perfectly, and it doesn't dilute the paint when it's dried. It doesn't dilute the paint at all. It's still a nice rich colours. Primary yellow. In fact, these colours is part of this 5-pack. They really, all you need is just these, and you can mix pretty much quite a lot of colours. Primary magenta. And these 5 colours I wanted to put in these larger pans because I'm going to use them mostly. Primary Cyan. After the gouache dried a couple of days, I did have to top them up about twice, and with the watercolours I've topped them up 3 times. So in this way I'm using the burnt sienna. Orange yellow. All the colours that I'm going to put in these wells, they're from the Iridori sets of Holbein. Flame red, my favourite red colour. Safflower red, just slightly darker red with tint pink. Bamboo green, or you might as well say it's a teal. Leek green. Pine tree green. Cobalt blue. I do use other brands of gouache, but I do prefer this brand when it's dry. The other brands don't quite work well for me dry. Well, I do have a whole load of Winsor & Newton, and I do keep them in wet palettes. This colour is ultramarine blue. I do have a very small handful of schminke. Indigo, very, very dark blue. A lovely raw umber. Smoked bamboo, but this colour reminds me of a Van Dyke brown. Oh dear, I almost got that into the blue, but I will clean that up. But when you put the blender medium in these, you have to really mix them in properly. I'm thinking of investing into more Holbein gouache and having a look at some other sets. Okay, the last colour is burnt umber. I don't know whether you noticed, but I did actually swap round where the wells were. So the ones with the smaller wells that I've got my watercolours in, I put it on the right hand side of the tin because when I use my brush it's going to be more upright and I'm right handed, if you know what I mean. So I thought I'd now swatch these out so you could see what they look like. So if I just quickly go through the colours, that was orange yellow again, this is flame red, safflower red, bamboo green, leek green, pine tree green, cobalt blue, ultramarine blue, indigo, and raw umber, smoked bamboo, and burnt umber. So this is what the white looks like on the black line that I drew and let it dry. And this is the black. Primary yellow, primary magenta, primary cyan, and burnt sienna. And here I thought I'd just do some of those coloured mixes with those 6 now colours, just so you could see what colours come from those. While you're still watching me do this, what do you think about this palette? Do you think it's a good idea, having both watercolour and gouache? I can't wait to use it and see how I'll get on with it. The lid on this tin, it works really well mixed on them, and I think the tins were a bargain when I bought these. So here's a closer look of the filled palette. I've tried to fill them right to the rim, but then what I mentioned earlier is I did have to top them up quite a few times. So it's been a few days and everything is dried. The gouache is still a little bit tacky, but in a few days it will dry a little bit more. You'll see the yellows dried a bit more and it will just crack a little bit, but the gouache it won't fall out the pans. And it closes nicely. And as I've mentioned before in this kit, so the extra additions that I was talking about, if I would like to use this in a kit, I made this. It's just a piece of cardboard, like a thin cardboard from like a cereal pack or something like that. And I got this plastic pocket and I've sellotaped it on here just so I could put this towel on here, so when I'm using the brush I've got something to wipe it on. So if I have it in here, I could have it there while I'm holding, you know, the paints, and then I could be, so that's the purpose of that, and that fits in there as well. Hang on, better put that back. So if it's damp, you can put it back in the sleeve and it won't make everything else wet. There we go. So that's that thought. And it closes up. But if I take these out, and I can put my tin in here, like I mentioned before. But what am I going to dab the paint on? Because now I'm not going to be able to fit this properly. It's a bit too tight. Ugh. So my other addition is I close it up. Like so. And I bought this. And I could put it over here. Like that. And then in it, I can put a pipette in there, so I can put water into the brush, into the water brush, and take it out my bottle. So that fits in there. And I can use this to dry the brush on. And I can fit that in there. You can put pens in here if you want, but I'd rather not, because no me, I'll just lose them. I could put more in here if I want to, because I do have space. But if you want a minimum, keep it as minimum as you want. Put a pencil in there and a rubber and a sharpener if you want. And that's it. That's the extra addition on the end here. Also, it will help keep it closed as well. There you go.